Hey, ladies and gentlemen, this is Carmine Sabia for Explain America, and the excommunicated former Speaker of the House, Nancy Pelosi, well, she has a message for the new Pope Leo XIV, and, well, it's exactly what you would expect. Before we get started, please make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe. Those little things really help us out, and they help our channel continue to grow. It didn't take long for Nancy Pelosi to make the election of a pope political. You know, she's spoken about, horribly in my opinion, about women becoming priests, about, accepting groups into the church that the church does not accept, that are not part of the Catholic doctrine, that go against the actual premise of the religion. And female priests is one of those things you can't have in the Catholic religion. You just cannot have it. It's a tenet of the Catholic Church. Appears to me to be pretty clear in the Bible that you can't have it. So that's one thing. But what she wants Pope Leo to do is she wants him to get involved in U.S. politics. Now, the Pope, as a cardinal, has spoken out against Trump immigration policies. It's no secret. No secret. But now he's the Pope. And that carries a whole different set of responsibilities. Now, I understand, being a Christian myself, that we have a certain view towards migrants that is welcoming. But you do also have to enforce your borders, have to enforce your laws. And I've often said, if Jesus were here among us today walking as a human, I don't believe he'd be Republican or Democrat. He would have issues with both parties and the platforms of both parties. Nothing we do is going to be biblically spot on. We just don't have that capability. As God has shown us, we cannot lead ourselves. That being said, Nancy Pelosi wants this Pope to chime in on U.S. politics regarding the deportations. Not that that's going to have any effect on President Trump, because when Pope Francis, may he rest in peace, did the same thing, it had no effect on Trump. Trump's job is not to be a pope. Trump's job is to be a president for all people, secular and religious. I want you to listen to what Nancy Pelosi had to say here, and let me know what you think in the comments.
Madam Speaker, his social media was busy prior to becoming Pope and is getting attention. It includes a post he shared just last month from a Catholic commentator who called out Trump and the president of El Salvador for laughing about the deportation of Kilmar Abrego Garcia. And then in February, he also reposted an article from the National Catholic Reporter that was titled, "J.D. Vance is wrong. Jesus doesn't ask us to rank our love for others." He was responding to the VP's assertion that care for the rest of the world came in last after family, neighbor, community, and fellow citizens. This new pope is said to be acutely aware of conditions forcing migration, of the vulnerabilities of migrants. Do you think that at this moment, when so many people are looking to him, he could be impactful as a moral and ethical voice on that issue that we're dealing with when so many people are being mass deported or fear it?
Well, I certainly hope so. And from his comments previous to being elected, the Pope, he has made clear what his values and his view of all of that is. And it is important. It is really important for us to listen to the words, both of our elected officials, when they say what they say about ranking people and their importance, and our religious leaders. Now, let me just tell you one thing more about His Holiness. He is, he's from the Augustan order, which he headed, and all the rest. So St. Augustine is special to him. St. Augustine was also very special to Pope Benedict. That was his favorite saint, St. Augustine. And when Pope, now this is a Pope writing an encyclical. Pope Benedict wrote his first encyclical. It is called God is Love. And in the encyclical, he quotes St. Augustine. He says, St. Augustine said that any government that is not organized to help the people is just a bunch of thieves. That's what St. Augustine said, and that's how he was quoted by Benedict. So popes have can be expected to express their views about justice and peace and ministering to the needs of those in need. Leo the 13th did it. Leo the 14th will do it. But the Pope, and certainly beautiful Francis, named for our city of St. Francis, he certainly did that as well. So I think we're very blessed in the traditions that this Pope is calling upon. And how wonderful we all are that he blessed us right with his very first words.